Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Happy Sunday afternoon. Glad to have you guys in the stream being a part here today. On the channel for this matchup, the USC Trojans with Bronny James, his second career college basketball game. First game on the road for Bronny James, LeBron's son, for this matchup as they travel over to Auburn, Alabama, take on the Auburn Tigers at Neville Arena for today's game. Auburn just outside the top 25, currently receiving votes and number 29 in the AP poll. 7-2 overall record for Auburn. USC record of 5-4 this season. If you guys are doing the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. And thanks all for joining in, being a part on what should hopefully be a good game between these two teams. Last year, both of these teams met up, and USC won last year by 3, 74-71 the final score out in LA in 2022. USC undefeated against Auburn in the all-time series, 3 victories and 0 losses, but Auburn, such a tough arena to play in out in Neville Arena. They are 33-2 in their previous 35 matchups for the Auburn Tigers. Kind of shocking to see that they're not ranked currently this season right now, just outside the top 25 for Auburn. And this team right now, they only have two losses this season. They have 3 Power 5 victories this year. Their best win came against Indiana last Saturday, 104-76. Indiana yesterday lost a close game against number 2 ranked Kansas, and then other wins coming against Virginia Tech and Notre Dame this season for Auburn. Whereas their 2 losses came against number 6 ranked Baylor. Baylor lost their first game yesterday against Michigan State, and then the other loss came against the mid-major on the road at Appalachian State earlier this season. But App State, really good season this year. They've had a record of 9-2 overall. USC, 2 major conference wins. Their best one came against K-State in the opener out of Las Vegas. Kansas State receiving votes at number 42 this week. The other win came on Thanksgiving against Seton Hall, and then mid-major victories after that over Cal State, Bakersfield, Brown, and Eastern Washington. They've lost against 2 top 12 teams, Oklahoma and Gonzaga. They did lose against 2 mid-major teams in the Big West, both UC Irvine and Long Beach State, out to great starts this year. Long Beach State won against USC in overtime last Sunday, 84-79. Hey, what's good, Waleed? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, hopefully this one should be a good game. Auburn's just so good when it comes to home games being played at their arena. This one taking place at Auburn's home court for this matchup. Got a lot of great games going on for you guys. Kind of quiet in the college basketball slate. This one competing against a ton of NFL games. So we'll keep you guys posted throughout this stream for today's matchup here. And USC's second game with Bronny. Played 17 minutes in the opener. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block for LeBron's son in his collegiate debut last Sunday against Long Beach State. Isaiah Collier projected to be potentially the #1 draft pick for the 2024 NBA draft. Collier, he had 15 points along with 5 steals in the last game against Long Beach State. And for Auburn, they are led by Johnny Broome. Right now, he's top 15 in scoring in the SEC, top 3 in rebounding in the SEC this season, averaging 15 points per game and over 8 rebounds per game this year. Both of these teams stacked with a lot of top prospects on their team. Bronny, ranked as a top 20 recruit by 247 Sports, and then Collier at #1 in the first-year class. And then Aiden Holloway, also top 20 recruit for Auburn. Yeah, I didn't watch both of those games yesterday. I heard they turned out to be just outstanding, though. I'm kind of shocked that Purdue won that game against Arizona yesterday. Arizona had been rolling this year, and then just such a weird year. Like Northwestern got taken down by Chicago State, and then Northwestern beat Purdue. Just such a random year with all like the mid-major teams beating Power 5s this season. Hey, what's good? Jose in the stream. Welcome in, man. Glad to have you back in. Hope all is going well there, bud. Boogie Ellis, actually, he's the top scorer this season on USC. Boogie Ellis leading the Pac-12, averaging above 21 points per game. Came from Memphis, where he played last for college basketball. And Bronny today coming off the bench in this matchup. They've announced the starting lineups for both of these teams. USC on the road, as they go in the maroon uniforms, yellow numbers, yellow letters. Kobe Johnson, Isaiah Collier, DJ Rodman, Vincent Iwochukwu going to get the start today alongside Boogie Ellis inside the starting 5 for USC. And then Auburn's starting lineup tonight for this one: Aiden Holloway, Denver Jones, Jalen Williams, Johnny Broome, and Chris Moore. The starting lineup is Auburn. White jerseys, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters control the opening tip. They go left to right on the floors. We are underway with college hoops action. Bronny James going to come off the bench in this one. Auburn first possession over to Holloway at the wing. Holloway guarded by Collier. Outside Holloway, bounce pass right corner. Auburn takes a 3. Jalen Williams right through the shoot. He's got it. 3-0 this season on their home court for Auburn. Out of their previous 35, they've won 33 games for Auburn. 2 years ago, they went 16-0 in a year coming after COVID. First possession now for USC, and he stepped out of bounds in the corner, turns it over. So Boogie Ellis out of bounds in the right corner of the perimeter as the basketball will go right back to Auburn. Auburn only had 7 total turnovers. Their last victory over UNC Asheville on Wednesday, and USC had 19 against Long Beach State in the overtime loss last Sunday. Second possession now for Auburn. Jalen Williams moves it out to his left to Holloway around the perimeter. Holloway edging the midcourt logo. Shot clock down to 12. Bounce pass over to Williams. Williams takes the 3 at the wing. Skipped around the rim and out. The rebound controlled by Kobe Johnson. Auburn better from 3 this year. Last year, that was their big struggling point. They were in like the 330s in the nation in three-point shooting percentage. They're about 100 spots higher currently. Still a weakness for them, but around like the 230s mark in the nation in perimeter shooting. This Auburn team really good in terms of balance this year between offense and defense. That'll be an offensive foul picked up, an illegal screen set by USC, charged to Vincent Iwochukwu on the perimeter as it will go back to Auburn. Hey, what's good? Jason on the stream. Welcome in here, brother. Hope all is going well, man. Yeah, big week for Kentucky there, brother. Coming up on Louisville, I plan on covering that one on Thursday at 6. That's going to be a wild game. Auburn missed a shot quick up the floor. USC with the basketball back. USC attacking. Collier inside. Shovels it out to the baseline as they're trying to stay in bounds. They will. With Rodman. Gives it off. Attacking downhill to the rim. And Collier able to get the layup with the left hand. So USC finally the board. Auburn going quick. Bounce pass. Try to thread the needle. Turnover. Chris Moore a little bit too much right there in that pass. Transition 3 at the wing. Collier. And he drills it. 5 points on the board. That's a quick 5 there for Isaiah Collier. Top projected recruit for the incoming freshman class. That 3-zip lead's been wiped away. Auburn with the ball around the perimeter. Denver Jones gives it off to Holloway. Holloway, 32-footer from the logo. He drills it. Wow. 2 threes made by Auburn. This team usually known for scoring points in the paint. Taking one from the logo at Steph Curry range and making it with ease. Collier with all 5 so far. Dumps it down to the low block. Kobe Johnson takes the deep 2 off the back rim. No good. And a foul picked up on Holloway off the loose ball as the clock will stop. So Holloway grabbing back at a jersey of DJ Rodman. Inbound here, and USC able to score off the quick inbound at the baseline underneath. So now 7-6 for the Trojans. Approaching the first 3 minutes of action so far in this one. Holloway outside finds Jones, lobs it off to the free throw circle, leans in. Broom, no good, missed off the mark as USC came up with a rebound. USC quick up the floor, looking to attack here downhill. Struggling more so defensively than years past as we have a reach and foul picked up here. Charge to Auburn on the courts. But yeah, young team. They're led though in the backcourt by Boogie Ellis, but past couple of seasons they have been just so lethal in terms of just interior defense. But a couple of years ago in the tournament they did have both the Mobley brothers, so trying to restock the front court defense for this season. Last year they were pretty big in terms of size. Hey, what's good, Robin? Welcome back to the stream. Let's get the member shout out here for Robin. Thanks so much for joining back on the membership again. Hope all is going well. Shot got blocked out of bounds by Auburn. It's going to stay USC basketball. 16:51 left to go in the first. Trojans get the inbound. Bounce pass underneath. Circling around back to the perimeter. Collier starts his drive. Now dribbles back outside. Collier dribbles, drives, attacks downhill right to the rim. He scores up and off the backboard. Isaiah Collier taking over this game in the early going so far. He's got 7 points out of the 9 so far for USC as Denver Jones, his pass deflected to the corner, sails out of bounds. It will stay Auburn ball. Yeah, Auburn, they got 2 losses this year, both of them close losses. They lost a road game against Appalachian State. Historically, they struggled on the road throughout time, but they're just so good on their home floor. And then the other loss came against Baylor in the Sanford Pentagon season opener. I covered that game. That was the season opener, November the 7th, and that was back and forth. Like, they could have very well won it. Baylor closed it out late, though. It's been shocking, all the upsets this year. Michigan State destroyed Baylor yesterday as Auburn responds down low. Inside the post, they floated up and get the buckets. Johnny Broom makes the jumper. And here we go. Bronny James checks onto the floor first time today. First road game in his collegiate career for Bronny James. Played 17 minutes, scored 4 points. Bronny at the wing for USC. Bronny defended by Chad Baker-Mazzara around the perimeter. Sends it off to Boogie Ellis. Ellis dribbles, drives downhill, stripped to the basketball. Out of bounds. It will stay USC ball. Robin with a dono. Thanks so much for the dono. Really appreciate it. Hey, what's good? Salvador Chavez. Welcome back on the stream. Bronny James just checked in. First time on the floor. We're going to take a timeout here on the court right now, it looks like, as we have 15 I'll just go with 16. For some reason, it won't let me put a 59 for some reason here. So we get 16 minutes left to go in the first half of action here. USC 1-point lead. Yeah, I've noticed that. I started off the time clock last week, so that's a brand new addition onto the streams. The time clock here. Every single number works besides 59 for some reason. I don't know if it's like a glitch in the system or what, but either way, you can just round up back to the nearest minute. Just a second difference. So I got 16 minutes left to go in the first. Currently in this one, Isaiah Collier, 7 points for him so far for the number 1 rated recruit, the 2023 class. He's perfect from the floor, 3 for 3, just attacking downhill on Auburn's defense. And then Auburn splitting out the points. 3 points by Aiden Holloway. He made a 3. Jalen Williams made a 3. And then Johnny Broom made a 2. Yeah, no problem, Jose. Hope all is going well, man. Yeah, it should be a fun time for March Madness. These college games this year, they've just been insane. Like all the upsets we've had this season. I'm not entirely sure just yet, so I'm looking at the schedule for Miami. Not winning this upcoming week, but once we get further down, I'll see if I can cover some Miami games. I saw there's one they start off the year, they play against Clemson. That one I might take. It depends on like what other games come on during that night. Yeah, Clemson's got out to a really good start this year. They've been one of the teams that's been a shock. Oklahoma has been really well. That's my next college game coming up. Actually, is my next college stream will be on Wednesday between Oklahoma and North Carolina. That's a really, really good game. Oklahoma 10-0 currently. Yeah, one thing that's always great about college, the TV timeouts, they go much faster, it seems like, compared to the NBA. Like, it goes by so quick covering these college games. It's like 2 hours. Doesn't even feel like 2 hours because how quick it goes right by. So Bronny James, he had checked in for a couple of seconds before coming out of the timeouts right here. Making his first road game debut, second game of his collegiate career. Hey, what's good, Alexis in the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Glad to have you back on the channel. Ian, welcome back in here, man. Here we go. 16 minutes left to go in the first as we come back from timeouts. And Bronny James on the floor. So this will be a USC inbounds as Bronny underneath will be the inbound passer. Sends it off to the corner, off to DJ Rodman. Rodman backs his way inside the paint. Rodman left hand off the glass, no good. A little bit too strong as Dylan Cardwell comes up with a defensive rebound. Outlet pass ahead for Auburn. They bobbled it, lost it out of bounds though. Chaney Johnson, number 31, a golden opportunity right there. Had a couple steps behind the D, but just couldn't securely haul in the outlet as it goes back to USC. USC being pressured in their backcourt. They get the inbounds. Now the pressure lessens as they dribble past midcourt here. Number 22, Arinton Page takes up the floor into the hands now of Boogie Ellis. Boogie Ellis, the top scorer in the Pac-12, averaging above 21 points per game. The transfer from Memphis. On the outside, Kobe Johnson floats it out to the wing. Ellis catching fire 3. Rattled out, no good. Tipped up to the corner, out of bounds. And it was last touched by Auburn. So once again, Bronny James will take the inbound here. He'll be the inbound passer. Bronny in his first minute of action today, 15:23 left to go in the first half. He lobs the inbound, tough pass deflected and intercepted at the wing of the perimeter for a moment. USC got it back in the midcourt line though, and then stepped with 1 foot at their back behind midcourt. So that will be a backcourt violation charged to USC. Let's see, number 5. Oh yeah, off the pivot, Boogie Ellis. He pivoted, tried to turn up court, and then his back foot went behind the half-court line. That's a half-court violation right there. Backcourt violation charged to USC. So Auburn gets the inbound once again. USC struggling with turnovers and early going. Backdoor layup. Wow, that is made by K.D. Johnson off the baseline drive. Really, really good matchup schedule between these two teams. Last year, USC won by 3, 74-71. Bronny at the wing, a little bit of contact, no call though. He was bumped into by Cardwell, and the ball poked loose out of bounds. Last touch by Auburn. They were trying to plead their case. K.D. Johnson, he thought he had it stripped right there around the perimeter, but the referees roll it. Last touch by Johnson. USC gets the inbound. Kobe Johnson outside to Bronny. Bronny lobs off to Kobe. Takes the 3 straight away. Off the mark. No good. Missed by Kobe Johnson. Dylan Cardwell collects the rebound for Auburn. The Tigers now at the wing of the perimeter. Slowing down tempo. Down to 18 on the shot clock for Auburn. Crossover to outside. K.D. Johnson dribbles up. Drives. Attacks. Takes the floater. He got tied up though. So before he went into the jump shot motion, K.D. Johnson to Auburn getting tied up there, and this will be possession arrow USC. That's some strong defense. Let's see here. Bronny, was he in on that? Yeah, he was. So Bronny right there forcing the tie-up. He was the one who came into the middle off the drive, forced the tie-up as USC has it back. Down by 1 now for the Trojans, down the near side, and they turn it over out of bounds. Try to walk the tightrope there with Collier. Stepped out of bounds. Near side of the floor. Wow, this game's starting to get choppy right now. I thought we'd expect to see like a lot of fouls and stuff because Auburn this year, they've got a lot of balance to their team, but if there's been one struggle, they've been averaging like around 20 personal fouls per game, but this game's just been choppy in terms of turnovers. USC had 19 turnovers in the loss against Long Beach State, so Auburn has it back coming off just a 7-turnover game against UNC Asheville. Wide open 3, target range. That's good by Jalen Williams from downtown to the top for Auburn. 13-9 now for the Tigers. 4-point lead. They stretch it to Kobe Johnson. Downhill, his pass shoveled, deflected to the corner. Battle for the basketball. Poked out of bounds, and USC tried to pin it off an Auburn player as we're waiting here for the whistle to see who's going to have possession of it. And it looks like it's going to be Auburn basketball. So this will be Auburn basketball right here as we have Bronny James coming off the court. He substitutes out. And Auburn will have the ball, so another turnover charge to USC. Denver, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Let's see here. So on the line, so this is according to ESPN, what they got on their odds on ESPNBet.com is Auburn drills the jumper down low, and the score now 15-9. They had this one as Auburn an 8.5-point favorite at home for this game over USC, and the Trojans just struggling right now, called in a traveling violation up the floor a moment ago. Man, turnover's been a major issue so far for Auburn in this game. USC with the inbound. Under 13.5 left to go. Straight line drive. Oh, nice pass and fight right there with a 2-handed flush by Dylan Cardwell. Trey Donaldson with an assist. Donaldson coming off a team-high 15 points against UNC Asheville on Wednesday night. Getting the crowd ramped up and wild here. And Auburn, as they take an 8-point lead, largest one of the game at a timeout taken on the floor by USC. Wow, what a start right now for Auburn in this game. They're just so good in their home floor. They go deep, too. They had 11 different scores in their last game for Auburn. This is a really, really deep team. I'm kind of stunned right now that they're not even ranked. Weren't ranked to begin the season in the preseason. Yeah, a lot of analysts had them inside their top 25, and they've been very, very close. They would have been ranked if they beat Baylor their opening game, and then they would have been ranked as well if they won against Appalachian State. But two close losses by Auburn. This team is better than what their record suggests right now, which their record is very good. 7-2 for Auburn this season. And statistically, based on last year, this team could not make a 3 whatsoever. I mean, they're like the flaws that they had the previous couple of seasons, that they were just wild and erratic with turnovers. They've erased that from their system this year. This is one of the top ball handling teams in the nation this year in terms of fewest turnovers per game. Goes to Auburn. They're top 12 in the nation in fewest turnovers per game at the moment. 13 minutes left to go in the first. Here's a 3 off the catch and fire. Swoosh. That's good by Boogie Ellis. Really needed to make a shot coming back from the timeout. They just did with 13 minutes even. Auburn with possession. They'll slow it down on the outside. Trey Donaldson puts the ball into the hands of Baker Mazzara. Katie Johnson over to the top now to Cardwell. Cardwell handoff to Donaldson. Donaldson dribbles up to the elbow. Takes the jumper deep 2. Missed off the mark. Tap back to the perimeter. Wide open 3. Second chance points no good. Another offensive rebound by Auburn as they got held up here. And a foul picked up in the middle. Charge to USC off the rebound. I think it's going to be on Collier. It's an excellent game so far by Auburn. Just crashing the glass, coming up with their misses, coming up with offensive rebounds as they'll get the inbound here off to the baseline. Jalen Williams finds Cardwell, throws it down, one step behind the defense with a two-handed flush. Second dunk of the game by number 44 in white, blue, and orange for Dylan Cardwell. They got some guys that's been on the team for quite a while right now, since like 2019, 2020. For Cardwell. This was one of the youngest teams in America entering the 2020-21 season, and now a good chunk of these players are now in their third year consecutive on the roster, looking to see if they can make a deep run this year in the tournament. USC attacking baseline to the cup will draw the blocking foul. This will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line with 12:03 remaining in the first. Yeah, I remember that team from a few years ago. They got crushed on Black Friday against Gonzaga. Gonzaga that year had Jalen Suggs, Corey Kispert, went all the way to the national championship, and that was the year after Auburn had like 8 seniors that they lost on the team. A lot of these players are either seniors or juniors on this Auburn team, and just looking at the roster, they're littered with players. Like, they have around like 20 players on the roster compared to around like a lot of teams have like either 12 to 15. Second free throw is good. So both of them are good by Isaiah Sellers at the line for USC as we're down to 12 minutes left to go in the first here. Number 24, Lear Berman on the floor first time today. They move it to the middle to Broom. Broom floated up the shot, missed off the front rim as USC collects the rebounds. Ellis finds his man down low, off the glass, too strong, missed by Iwochukwu, as here goes back Auburn up the floor in transition. Johnny Broom in transition scores the layup, plus gets fouled as well. He'll have one coming up at the free throw line. Wow, this team is a beast inside the low post. They have a 2-tandem combination between Johnny Broom and Dylan Cardwell down low. Cardwell has really been able to start to get going. One free throw coming up after the timeout for Johnny Broom as we take the timeout on the floor right now. 11:37 left to go in the first half, and Auburn holding on to a 7-point lead. Hey, what's good? Lonnie on the street. Welcome in, man. Yeah, Bronny's played a couple minutes so far. So he was on the bench currently. Yeah, if you're trying to follow on like the ESPN box score, because I've got the ESPN box score up too. They don't even have Bronny's name listed right now. They have just 2 players who's entered the game off the bench so far for USC, which is not correct. They've kind of had some weird stuff going on with their website, because on Friday, after I finished my stream on Friday, I went right to ESPN to check out the score of Gonzaga versus UConn, and they put the score as final when it was at halftime in that game. It had like 42-34, and then it said final on it when it was clearly at halftime. Like, they've had some glitches on their website lately. Bronny so far has played 3 minutes, yet to score so far. He's been the inbound passer a couple times so far in this game. It's Isaiah Collier who took control early on and kept his team in the game early on so far for Collier. He's got half of the points, 7 of the 14. Most of those early on. He had the first 7 on the 9 from the floor. Jalen Williams with 8 points so far, leading the way. Dylan Cardwell, 2 slam dunks, 4 points, 3 rebounds for Cardwell. And looking solid so far for Auburn. They lead points in the paint 12-6. The turnover's been an issue. 5 turnovers in the first half by USC, leading to 7 points off of those turnovers scored by Auburn so far. Yeah, Providence doing pretty well this year. They lost a tough game against Oklahoma. They've taken care of the teams that they needed to win against, though, which is good. They had another close loss against K-State. Those are the only 2 losses I believe they have so far. Oklahoma, yeah, both of those losses they have so far, but doing pretty well, faring well so far for them. Yeah, lost by 3 against K-State. They beat Wisconsin, which was huge, because Wisconsin has that big win against Marquette. They haven't played, like, challenging competition, though, so far. They won against Georgia. Kind of like how their bracket unfolded for them. Like, if they had won against K-State, they would have played against Miami for them. So that would have been a good test, but they got Georgia. That's the only thing. If, like, those non-conference tournaments, if you don't win the first game, then you get put against probably a team that's like of lesser competition, and come March, that could actually hurt your resume because you're playing like a weaker schedule than other teams. But it's good to see that they haven't fallen victim of a mid-major conference opponent. They wrapped up their entire schedule, so they didn't fall victim to any mid-majors or anything. So they beat Wisconsin. Yeah, that's their key win. They beat Wisconsin. They beat Georgia, which has been like a bottom Power 5 program. So those are their 2 major conference wins, and then they lost by 3 against K-State, lost against Oklahoma, which they got crushed against, and we're finding out Oklahoma is a really, really good team. Back from the timeout, 22-14, entry pass, down low off to Johnny Broome as he puts it up and gets fouled. So 2 shots coming up in the free throw line here for Johnny Broome off the entry pass. Everything just working out their way so far in this game for Auburn. Yeah, now they gotta swing in some of these ranked games, like they got Marquette, UConn, Creighton, all those teams like top 10 teams. Those are, anytime you can win those games, those can go a long way to helping out your team come March. First shot good at the free throw line for Johnny Broome. Good to see this man has really improved when it comes down to making his free throws. Last year, it was rough. In that game against Houston, they could not make a free throw at all to save their lives. Last March, both of the free throws are good. Largest lead so far today for Auburn with 11 minutes left to go in the first. USC with possession. Collier moves it off now to the mid-block. Dribbles back out to the corner. DJ Rodman. His pass, almost a turnover by Collier. It is, as Rodman missed the mark to Collier in the pass, and the ball touched the baseline on the near side and out. Just tough right now for USC. And DJ Rodman not like a ball handler out there, and had to move it back out, and his pass missed the mark well wide. Berman lobs it off the Broom, backs his way, double team, kick to the corner, open three in the air for Auburn. Missed off the rim, offensive rebound. Berman from behind got blocked, wasn't clean though. It will be a blocking foul. So 2 more free throws coming up at the line here for Auburn. And they got all the momentum with them right now. Whole crowd right with them. It's just such a tough place to play. Chaney Johnson missed the 3. Berman came up, got fouled from behind. They called it on Collier. So Isaiah Collier picks up personal foul number 2 tonight. The first free throw missed at the line by Berman. Now Collier has to take a seat on the bench, and he's got half of the points, 7 of the 14. Other than that, just can't make jumpers for USC. And it's basically been dribble drive downhill to get to the rim so far, which has worked for them. USC with the possession. Ellis on the floor with Kobe Johnson. Joshua Morgan also out there. Bronny James currently into the game. Here's a jumper deep 2 by Morgan. Missed off the back rim, tipped up, and Auburn collects the defensive rebound. Look at the push tempo here with number 12, Denver Jones. Jones top of the key. Dribbles downhill to the rim with the right hand. Huge rejection right there by Joshua Morgan for USC. In transition, Ellis feeds Bronny. Up fake. Sidestep to the right. Bronny James takes the 3. Missed off the mark. No good. And a rebound control by Auburn at the baseline by Johnson. That was Bronny's first shot attempt of the game today. Johnny Broom backs his way to the mid-block. Broom pivot. Broom working on Morgan. Broom, tough shot off the glass, no good. USC collects the rebound with Harrison Hornery, number 30. Here's a 3 by Ellis. Tough shot off the fadeaway at the wing, no good. Morgan, putback chance, couldn't get that one either. Couple misses left in the open by Joshua Morgan so far, just cannot get them to drop for USC. Auburn with it. Baseline drive off the dribble. Holloway right to the cup, scores up and in off the backboard. Wow, what a move right there off the right baseline dribble by Aiden Holloway. Top 20 freshman recruits. Number 2 scorer in a team, averaging just under 12 points per game this season. Kobe Johnson flings it over to Hornery around the perimeter for USC. Finds Ellis, turns the corner, drives downhill to the rim. A left-handed layup's good. Up and in off the glass, scored by Boogie Ellis. Really needed that bucket right there for USC as we're under 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Auburn going to slow down tempo. Aiden Holloway, deep range 3, coinks off the back rim, offensive rebound. Auburn powering their way down inside the low post, backdoor, it's good. Up and in off the glass, plus the layup and a foul. Chaney Johnson and one coming up at the free throw line for Auburn. He was held up by Joshua Morgan, and he went into the layup motion in the process here, going reverse hand and scoring off the wraparound layup through the contact, and a foul as well. Wow. I do not know how in the world this team is not ranked right now. The free throw is good. Bounces in. 30-16 for Auburn. What a start here in this game for Auburn. USC was ranked in the preseason. Bronny sends it out on top. Number 33 now on the floor for Auburn. That is Kajani Wright, currently into the game. Kobe Johnson at the left wing takes the 3. Johnson, no good, skidded off the left side of the rim. The rebound picked up in the corner by Auburn. These guys hustling hard so far. Just loose balls coming up with rebounds. And their guards slowing down the basketball, controlling tempo so far for the Tigers. And statistically, this is a much, much better team than they were last year. Last year, they went to the tournament. Johnny Broom, backdoor, scores the layup. Wow, they got everything in their bag so far inside the low post. Off the pivot, Broom. This team's got quite the experience with 2 big men down low. Johnny Broom, former transfer from the Morehead State Eagles, a steal. Auburn with the basketball here with 7:40 left to play off the steal. Outside, they'll try a 3 with Broom. It comes up short. The rebound controlled through the pack by Ellis. USC in deep, deep trouble early on. Boogie Ellis backs his way to the mid-block. Ellis, bounce pass to the trail, underneath Bronny, gets to the drop. So there he is on the board. Bronny James cutting to the hoop, scores his first bucket today. It's now 32-18. Auburn again slowing down tempo with the basketball. The score in their favor. Launching a deep three. No good off the mark. Tipped up at the baseline. Tried to control the basketball at the baseline but couldn't stay with it as Chris Moore was out of bounds with it. We see the replay of Bronny cutting straight line, receiving the pass, and scoring his first basket today. Bronny with 2 points, 1 for 2 shooting so far. It looks like we're going to take a timeout on the floor. So 32-18 right now the score, as Bronny James has played a total of 6 minutes so far, 2 points, 1 for 2 shooting. Yeah, that would be awesome if PC is able to play against Miami in the tournament. That would be incredible. Yeah, I remember, so last year Providence played Kentucky in the tournament, and Jason's wish was Providence to face off against Kentucky sometime in the tournament, and we got that last year. So that's what happened last year in the tournament. That was Bryce Hopkins against his former team last season. There's usually a matchup like every single year now that happens, like a player transfers off to another school, and then just the seeds line up perfectly for both of those teams to face each other. I feel like that's happened now in a 7 versus 10 game twice. Foster Loyer, he transferred over to Davidson. He faced against Michigan State 2 years ago in the tournament. Last year was Bryce Hopkins for Providence against Kentucky, and probably, well, we might see that again happen this year in the tournament. Be something interesting. Yeah, last year I actually got to see. Oh, they were one. Yeah, I think they were 1 game away from facing each other last year. Would have happened again. Nigel Pack last year. Yeah, Nigel Pack from Miami. And they were 1 game away from facing Kansas State in the tournament. If Kansas State, Kansas State lost against Kentucky, I believe, last year in the tournament. If they had won that game, I think they would have faced them in the tournament last year if it had all lined up like that. Not really much going on in terms of college basketball scores from today. I'll get you guys a lot of the scoreboard updates for the NFL once we get into halftime. Illinois looking good, 39-22 up over Colgate currently. That's the only other Power 5 school that's in action at the moment. And Colgate's one of those teams that has been a tournament team, like 14, 15, or 16 seed consistently from the Patriot League. They just can't get over the hump. They have always seemed to have like a tough matchup in the bracket. They had Wisconsin 2 years ago. That was their best bet, was getting Wisconsin, which was led by Johnny Davis, basically a one-man show for that team. And they were head-to-head against Wisconsin for the first 35 minutes, but they couldn't pull it out. Last year played against a much, much better Texas team, which Texas last year was a very, very deep team last season for them, and Texas had no problem escaping with a win against Colgate. Here we go, back to action right now. Hey, what's good, Jeffrey on the street? Welcome in. Yeah, I saw KC scored a touchdown, so up against the Patriots, 7-zip for the Chiefs. Back to action, Boogie Ellis dribbles up to the low block. Currently, Bronny's on the bench at the moment for USC. A lot of contact down low as DJ Rodman got clobbered by Chris Moore. And this should be free throws coming up at the line for USC with 2 shots, and it will be. So 2 free throws here at the line for USC. And the first one's good. DJ Rodman, the second one's good. What's really just put them behind so far this game has been the turnover issues. Right now, 18 to 10 points in the paint in favor of Auburn. That's been another big key. Go to Auburn bench points 10 to 4, which Auburn has been an incredibly deep team this season. But turnovers right now, as USC has turned it over currently 7 times compared to Auburn with 3. And that will be a turnover there by Auburn. So Auburn turned it over down low. USC will have it back. And USC off the inbound. They just turned it over right back to Auburn. Underneath, miscommunication on the inbound passes. Auburn scores for a wide open easy 2. Wow. Let's see here in the replay. Just couldn't get it to the right player. Just jumped the route. Intercepted it by Trey Donaldson with some pressure in the backcourt. Number 30, poor pass by Harrison Hornery for USC. Just threw it to the wrong player. Man, that is just difficult to watch right there. And these are just some bad turnovers by USC right now. Inbound for USC. They'll try it again. Auburn giving them full court pressure. Loose ball in the backcourt. USC able to scoop it up. Pass midcourt out with Hornery. And the outside, Ellis finds Hornery. He's going to move it to somebody here. Almost committed a travel. Back over to Ellis. Ellis at the wing. Step back 3 in the air. Swoosh. He drills it. Boogie Ellis puts USC winning 11. They needed that one and they got it. That's now the second big 3 of the game by Boogie Ellis. He's up to 8 points, making 2 threes. Runner. Downhill inside. Missed off the back rim by KD Johnson. And a loose ball foul picked up here. This will be charged to Auburn. That's number 7. So this will send now USC into the bonus. Free throws upcoming at the line here for USC, trying to get themselves back into it. USC with 6 personal fouls. Auburn just picked up number 7. First free throw is good by Harrison Hornery, number 30. Second free throw is good. Auburn has it around the perimeter. They're approaching the 5.5-minute mark left to go before halftime. Bounce pass top of the key. Trey Donaldson moves it off to the middle. Jalen Williams drives downhill, and he floats up the shot over. DJ Rodman, kiss off the glass, scores up and off the backboard. 11-point lead now for Auburn. USC just can't make up this point differential at the moment. The turnovers have really crushed them, and the paint defense has been a struggle so far in this game, which they've been pretty good in the past in terms of interior defense. 3 missed off the back by Hornery, pushing tempo here for Auburn. Over to KD Johnson at the right wing. Johnson drives downhill, had it poke loose out of bounds, and last touched off Johnson. It's a turnover. So USC getting lucky right there. Bruce Pearl unhappy about the call for Auburn, as it will go right back to the Trojans now, and Pearl right at the scorer's table slamming it, as he was unhappy about that call. He thought it was a clean strip off of USC, but it went off of KD Johnson's knee out of bounds. Boogie Ellis has it now at the logo. He's got 8 points so far for the Trojans. Ellis drives, kicks to the corner. Open 3 in the air for USC. Missed off the mark, no good. Battle for the rebound. Lost out of bounds. Touched by Rodman. Some questionable calls right now. DJ Rodman wondering about that call just a moment ago, too, as he was stripped going up for the rebound of it. The referee said it was off Rodman last. So Auburn here will just slow down the basketball. Looking for a quality look. Comfortable lead up by 11. Shoveled out to the top. Stepping into a three. Donaldson. Before that, we did have a reach and foul picked up by USC, though. So Donaldson missed the three. This will send now Auburn to the bonus. 1-1 at the free throw line here for Auburn. So both teams now with 7 personal fouls in this first half of action. 1-1. The free throw at the front end missed. No good off the mark by Jalen Williams. USC collected a rebound as Boogie Ellis takes it past midcourt. Ellis. Bounce pass over to Kobe Johnson. Johnson at the free throw circle. Outside finds Ellis once again. The top scorer in the Pac-12, averaging above 21 points per game. He's got 8, looking for more. Ellis splits defenders to the cup and gets fouled. Back to the free throw line heads USC. So we have 4:07 left to play before halftime. The referees rolled on KD Johnson on the personal foul. Nobody with deep foul trouble so far. A couple players with 2, but nobody with 3 in this first half. And they rolled it a reach and foul, so it was a 1-1 bonus free throw. And the first shot at the line missed in the bonus. Right now at the scores table is Isaiah Collier ready to check into this game as Auburn down low finds Jalen Williams, and he dunks it home with a two-handed flush. 13-point lead for the Tigers, now below 4 minutes remaining before halftime. Jalen Williams, 12 points to 38 for the Tigers. Ellis has it at the edge of the midcourt logo. Collier's got 2 fouls, currently at the scores table, ready to check back into the game. USC makes the 3. They needed that one, they got it. Cuts the score, winning 10 currently. It's number 22, Arrington Page, who drilled a triple just a moment ago. Donaldson, turnaround, mid-range, swoosh, delivers for a deep 2 inside the key to put Auburn up by 12. USC pushing tempo, downhill to the rim, blocked out of bounds by Cardwell. Dylan Cardwell, just bully ball on a USC attack in this game, what he's done defensively for the Auburn Tigers so far for him. The lob over the top by Trey Donaldson to Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams with 12 so far. And we'll take the timeout on the floor right now. 3:04 left to go before halftime. Auburn looking good in the first half, dropping down 40. Hey, what's good? Mario, welcome back to the stream, man. Hope all is going well. Yeah, so the Patriots play next Sunday out in Denver, and then Bill Belichick, do I think he's going to be back? I'm going to say no right now. Yeah, this has been going on for quite a bit of time after Brady left, so I'm going to say no to that because it's just been a mess. Like, nothing is good for the Patriots. And it starts with picking the right draft picks. That's where it starts. Like, you're looking back on previous drafts, back on draft picks like Sony Michel, N'Keal Harry. I mean, just constant whiffs at draft picks. Cole Strange, just constantly missing draft picks. Looks like Tyquan Thornton's going to be another bust. It's been rough. Like, lately with all these drafts, just hasn't been good. And just, I think you got to get an offensive-minded head coach in there, like, because Bill Belichick just, he leans on the defense. He doesn't invest in the offense. And just, it's just terrible to watch. Like, the offense is just a grind, like a nails on chalkboard. Just so bad to watch week in, week out. Bronny James with 2 so far in this game, scoring, cutting to the hoop with a layup. He's attempted 2 shots so far for Bronny, coming off the bench today. He's played 6 minutes of action. Illinois leading Colgate 44-27. I'll update with NFL scores once we get into halftime. We'll be going to the half quite shortly here. Right now it's Jalen Williams who's the lone player in double figures. He's got 12 for Auburn, 5 for 7 shooting, 9 points by Johnny Broome. And then Dylan Cardwell been excellent as well tonight. For Cardwell with 4 points. 2 slam dunks by him, just spreading out the points for Auburn. That is 8 different scores for the Tigers right now in this game. USC leading the way with Boogie Ellis. He's got 8. Isaiah Collier with 7. Collier the first 7 out of 9 points for USC, but it's been silent ever since though. Alright, so we're going to get back to action here in just a moment. Free throws upcoming for USC, down by 12 with 3:04 left to go in the first. First one's good by Boogie Ellis. Ellis up to 9 points currently. Second free throw by Ellis right down the middle. 10-point game, just above 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Points in the paint been a big key in this first half of action. Johnny Broome, Dylan Cardwell, Jalen Williams getting what they can get inside the paint. 26-10 points in the paint currently in favor of Auburn right now. Ronnie still on the bench at the moment. Auburn driving downhill. A lot of contact here and a foul. This will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Denver Jones for Auburn. First one, that's good. Second shot's good. 42-30 currently. Inbound goes to the corner. A lot of pressure here by Auburn's defense. USC got to get it away, and they will. Kobe Johnson crosses midcourt. Johnson, spin move inside the key. Floats up the shot. Got it to go. That is right down the middle of the cylinder over Chaney Johnson off the spin move downhill to the rim. 10-point game now. Auburn took the jumper, misfired off the back rim. A rebound controlled by USC with Joshua Morgan. And a loose ball foul, though, picked up. Charged to Auburn. Oh, wow. Hunter Henry just scored a touchdown. Wow. Yeah, USC, Kansas City for NFL, they have been lacking a little bit lately. Just the wide receivers have struggled. Just too many drop passes for them this year. Like, they could have switched games from losses to wins if they had been able to catch touchdown passes and not make mistakes. That's been an issue. Both of the free throws, the first one was no good, second one was good at the free throw line. So hanging in there right now for USC, down by 9. So we're just above 2 minutes left to go before halftime. Auburn with possession. Baker Bazaar around the wing of the perimeter, flings it off to the free throw circle. Johnny Broome pivot, floats up the shot, blocked by Morgan. And USC comes out with the basketball. Up the floor with Ellis. Puts the ball into the hands to Collier. Collier had the first 7 today. Collier bursts the speed, drives baseline right to the cup. Huge rejection by Johnny Broome on a clean one. And here goes Auburn off the outlet. Ahead of the pack. Another big rejection by Morgan. Not going to count the block, though, as there was contact in the layup previous. As Aiden Holloway out in transition was going up, and he'll have free throws coming up. This game really started to ramp up in the physicality. Johnny Broome, defensive player in the Ohio Valley Conference for Morehead State 2 years ago, denies the projected #1 draft pick with Isaiah Collier off the glass. That was very, very close to being a goaltend. And then Joshua Morgan before that had the block by USC. 2 free throws here at the line for Auburn. First one missed by Holloway at the line. Aiden Holloway so far, 5 points in this game, averaging 11.7 points per game this season, a top 20 recruit. Both of these teams littered with 5-star talent from the past. Auburn had a good chunk of 5-star talent from the past. This year, though, they brought in Holloway. And then 2 top 100 recruits in the past with K.D. Johnson and Jalen Williams back in the class of 2020. 1:40 left to go before halftime. Ellis drives. That's Collier who drives downhill to the rim, and Collier will draw the blocking foul. So it gets Johnny Broome that time going up off the up fake. Nobody with 3 personal fouls so far today. First one's good by Isaiah Collier. Second free throw by Collier right down the middle. Bronny James checks back into the game here for USC. 1:33 left to go before halftime as Collier will take a seat on the bench, and Auburn has the ball. Bronny so far, 2 points scored. Chad Baker Mazzara flings it out to the wing into the hands of Denver Jones. Outside to the logo, they'll work their way around the perimeter. Holloway. 1:15 on the clock, approaching the mark. Holloway outside, finds Jones, laces a deep 3, right to the shoot, delivers. 46-35 for the Tigers, extending the lead by double digits once again. Kobe Johnson running the point now. Final minute left to go before halftime. Johnson, fall away, tough shot, low block, missed off the rim, contested as well as Broome collects the defensive rebound for Auburn. Holloway has it now top of the key for the Tigers. He'll slow down tempo, 20 in the shot clock, a game clock with 45. Aiden Holloway working on Kobe Johnson at the top here, down to 10 in the shot clock. Holloway dribbles up, pro hop at the elbow, swings it on top, up fake, Jalen Williams. Outside to Holloway, Holloway attacks downhill to the rim, off the glass, no good. Tough defense there for USC. Kobe Johnson with a rebound. Ellis outside corner, 3 open, Bronny. Missed off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound to Kobe Johnson, blocked by Broome. Auburn with a basketball, here we go. Final 15 seconds remaining before halftime, and the Tigers will slow it down. Johnny Broome, couple big blocks late here before halftime. Aiden Holloway takes the 3, makes the 3 from downtown. Bang, bang by Aiden Holloway right before the buzzer. 49-35 as we close out the end of the first half. A laser from downtown with a 5-star freshman, Aiden Holloway. Towards his left as well around the perimeter. That's a tough shot to make right there off a double team. And he sinks it. What a first half here for the Auburn Tigers. 33-2 record. Their previous 35 games dating back to 2021 for Auburn. Dominant in the first half, and the points in the paint for Auburn. We'll go through the top scores here in just a moment. Wow. I cannot believe that this team is not ranked right now, putting up 49 against USC. Historically, USC, like, past couple of years, they've been really, really good defensively, but they were a defensive beast. Like 2 years ago, they had the Mobley brothers on their team, but it's been more of like a backcourt based team this year instead of a front court based team, which they were forward heavy the past couple of years for them. They lost a good chunk of their size in the roster from a few years ago. But right now we're at halftime. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams I cover. I cover basketball action on the channel, play-by-play, NBA, college hoops here. And make sure to keep on smashing the thumbs up because it helps out a ton with this video being found over on YouTube. It helps it out being discovered over on the algorithm as well. So yeah, we'll go through the keys of this game so far since we're at halftime, and we'll take a look at the scoreboard also. So we got NFL games going on at the same time as this one too. Yeah, nobody can stop the Auburn interior right now. Jalen Williams, 12 points. His last bucket he scored was on an alley-oop lob. Johnny Broom, he's got 9, same as Aiden Holloway. From the perimeter, he's made 2 threes with 9 points. Dylan Cardwell with 2 slam dunks as well. It's just all coming together for Auburn right now that they've got multiple players able to score so far in this game for the Tigers. 9 different scores going into halftime for Auburn. Aiden Holloway, he's got 4 assists so far to 0 turnovers. Been a key difference maker on the floor right now. 9 points in his first 12 minutes of action. 2 blocks by Johnny Broom. That's one of the keys for Auburn. They've been consistently one of the top blocking teams in the nation. They've been like that for a while right now. Just always seem to find their way in terms of like shot blockers on the team, and they've got a great one this year with Johnny Broom, who transferred in. He played last year for Auburn. That was his first year for the Tigers. Transferred in 2 seasons ago. He played at Morehead State for him. Right now, Auburn leading the advantage inside. They're +2 in the glass, 19-17. They've been able to score in the fast break. They're 10-5 in the fast break, 26-12 points in the paint. And then also limiting the turnovers as much as possible. 5 turnovers by Auburn, 8 turnovers by USC. USC struggling with those turnovers. A lot of really just difficult passes so far. And that's helped out Auburn in this game, scoring points off of turnovers as they lead that number 10-3 right now so far today. Points off turnovers. On the other side, USC top scorer Boogie Ellis with 10 points. He has made 2 threes, 9 points by Isaiah Collier. Collier scored the first 7 out of 9 to begin the game. It was back and forth in the early going. USC actually led early on 9-7, but then Auburn went on a massive run at one point in the first, like a third of the way through the first half of action, took control and got up by double digits. Hasn't looked back ever since for Auburn here in the first half of action. Bronny James, he's played 8 minutes so far for Bronny. 2 points scored, 1 for 3 from the floor, 0 for 2 from 3-point range. He had a good look from 3 at the corner, couldn't convert in transition. The other one was the bucket that he made was a cutter to the hoop that he was able to score off a bounce pass, and that he was able to get the layup. Only other one game of significance right now for college basketball. Illinois leading Colgate 44-27 currently. That's like the only other game. Louisville taking on Pepperdine right now. We'll see what comes about that matchup. Very well could see Kenny Payne fired at the end of the game, especially if they do lose against Pepperdine. That should be happening like a couple hours from now. They do lose against Pepperdine, and that one determined on the outcome. But here's what we got for NFL scores currently. Patriots shockingly leading the Chiefs 10-7. Hunter Henry, 6 receptions, 57 receiving yards, and a touchdown grab with Bailey Zappi throwing for 141 passing yards right now. Passing touchdown to Hunter Henry. So shockingly there, they have the lead. Dolphins jumping all over the Jets, currently 17-0. Miami. Tennessee jumping over Houston. Houston looking for a playoff spot, and Tennessee playing spoiler into them right now. 13-0 Tennessee at the moment. Bucks and Packers tied up at 10. Bears, Browns, 7-zip Chicago in that game. Falcons up over the Panthers 7-0, and the Saints leading the Giants 7-3. Alright, so right now we're at halftime. Thank you guys so much for joining us, being a part on the stream. I have a couple more college basketball games that I plan on covering this upcoming week. So I'll be back on Tuesday. It's going to be an NBA stream on Tuesday between the Grizzlies and the Pelicans on Tuesday night. That's at 7:30. And then Wednesday will be college basketball. I believe it's going to be UNC versus Oklahoma. And then Louisville versus Kentucky on Thursday. That's my upcoming schedule. Yeah, I'm probably gonna, like, in the next couple of weeks coming in, I'm probably gonna put in, like, a poll on the channel to see, like, what type of content that people would like the most for the streams. Whether it's NBA streams to continue or college basketball streams to continue, or I guess a little bit of a mix of both, and we can see from there what happens or so. The thing that's unfortunate for, like, the college basketball streams, because I enjoy covering them, is just, like, so many people are getting away with illegally streaming these games. This is what exactly happened last year when I covered college basketball, because when I do the NBA, usually those streams are taken off, but whenever I cover college, those streams aren't taken off, so it's very, very tough to find my channel and to get in new viewers. So it only happens during the tournament. Once the tournament happens, people's streams get taken. The people that illegally stream these games get taken down. So then my channel gets finally discovered in the tournament. But before the tournament, like the regular season games, you can't really discover my channel because there's so many other people that's illegally showing the game. So just waiting for the second half of action to begin. We thank you guys so much for joining us, being a part of the stream. If you guys enjoy the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams I cover. Oh, Syracuse also in action against Oregon. It's been a long time since Oregon has been ranked. Oh, I did not see that. So it looks like Matt Patricia going to be calling the defense for Philadelphia. (33-25) Syracuse up over Oregon at the half right now. That's kind of worrisome for Oregon. Oregon's got a good record, Carly, 7-2 right now for Oregon. It's been a while since they've been able to break through into the tournament. This could be the year for them to finally get back into the tournament for Oregon, but you can't lose against Syracuse. Syracuse has been on the downfall for quite a bit of time too. Yeah, it's been a couple of years for those two teams. I remember Oregon took out Iowa and Luka Garza in their second round matchup, and then Syracuse won against San Diego State in the tournament. That was a few years back, though. I think that was the first year coming back after the 2020 cancellation. Yeah, that was 2021 with those two teams. Yeah, I heard about that for the quarterback from Ohio State transferring off to Syracuse. Hey, what's good? Cody on the street, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Just right now at halftime, gonna get back here in a couple moments to half two. Yeah, crazy season that Purdue has had. Looking to see how deep they can go this year. They came in number 3 yesterday, took down number 1 Arizona, and already now they've got wins over 1, 7, 10, and 12 in teams in the rankings. Arizona, Marquette, Gonzaga, and Tennessee for Purdue. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining in, man. Alright, here we go. About to get ready for the second half of action starting up in just a moment. Only 2 points scored by Bronny James in the first half. Auburn getting whatever they want inside the paint. So far this game, points in the paint in favor of Auburn, currently 24-12 in the first half of action. And Jalen Williams, 12 points for him for Auburn, the leading scorer. Boogie Ellis leading the way for USC. He's got 10 points. Turnover's been an issue for USC. They turned it over 8 times the first half. Auburn with just 5. Auburn, 11 total assists, moving the ball around really well, especially when it comes to down inside the low post. Just able to find a couple openings behind the defense to score, and backdoor layups being made too down low. Johnny Broome, Jalen Williams, and Aiden Holloway started to take over this game late from 3-point range. He made a 3 right before the buzzer by Aiden Holloway. So here we go, starting off the second half of action. USC left to right on the floor to get the basketball first. Collier drives, and he gets rejected out of bounds. Another block by Auburn. That is Chris Moore, who denies Isaiah Collier. Yeah, they know what Collier's trying to do. Collier just trying to go downhill to the rim using his speed. So Collier looking to attack, and they've just taken that game away. Auburn's defense really tall, just standing up tall to the task right now. Excellent interior defense for the Tigers. Up fake, top of the key. Driving downhill to the rim. Boogie Ellis, he got blocked from behind by Johnny Broome as the ball rolled out of bounds. And Auburn right now putting this game in a block fest, as that will go out of bounds. Last touch to USC player. Boogie Ellis drove to the rim, and yep, Johnny Broome's block ricocheted right off a USC player. Excellent game defensively here for the Auburn Tigers, stepping up in a big way inside the low post. Spin move, Broome. No good off the mark. Rebound ripped away by Vincent Iwuchukwu for USC. USC with the ball. Ellis slides it off. Collier attacks downhill to the rim, and Collier will draw the foul. Non-shooting foul. This will be an inbound coming up here for USC. So Southern Cal gets the inbound. Boogie Ellis around the perimeter. He's guarded top of the key by Holloway. Ellis drives downhill to the rim, floats up the runner, missed off the glass, tipped up to the perimeter. Offensive rebound back to Kobe Johnson. Swings it cross court. Collier tries a 3, skidded off the front rim and out of bounds. We'll head back over to Auburn now with the basketball. So Isaiah Collier, strong start for him, but lately struggling to get in the groove right back in this game. Auburn with possession. Broome, top of the key, towards his left around the perimeter. Hands it off to Holloway. Holloway looking to turn the corner. Reach and fall picked up by Collier. Frustration right there by Collier on the call as he picks up personal foul number 3 today. Auburn once again with an inbounds. 18:40 left to go in the second. Top of the key, Holloway. Holloway dribbles up to the elbow. Step back 3 in the air over Kobe Johnson, and he sticks it. Aiden Holloway, bang, bang, delivers on a triple, up to 12 points for him today. 17-point lead, largest lead of the game right now for Auburn. Third main 3-point shot of the game for Aiden Holloway, a top 20 recruit from Charlotte, North Carolina. Reach and foul committed by Auburn around the perimeter. The clock will stop. That was nasty off the step back there by Holloway. Working on Kobe Johnson. Kobe Johnson's been one of the top ball stealers in the Pac-12 so far this season. Inbound for USC. Top of the key. Vincent Iwuchukwu off to Johnson. Johnson dribbles up. Takes the jumper deep 2. Off the front rim, no good. A rebound controlled at the baseline by Denver Jones. Kind of shocked that Auburn's not ranked to start off the season right now. Just outside the top 25 and number 28 in the nation. The pass swung to the corner, the 3. No good off the mark by Baker. Bazzara got fouled. And this will be 3 free throws upcoming for Auburn now. Chad Baker Bazzara fouled on the near side of the floor, taking a corner three right in front of the Auburn bench. Bad foul right there. Kobe Johnson knocking down Baker Mazzara off the three-point shot attempt. So a chance here to stretch the lead to 20 for the home squad. The referees are actually going to take a look at this one right now on the monitor as well. So the referees will take a look at this foul call on the monitor. It's a lot of contact right there by Kobe Johnson. Contesting the shot by Chad Baker Mazzara at the left corner of the perimeter. He picks up the foul. If you guys are doing the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for games I cover. I cover basketball games here on the channel, play-by-play, NBA, college hoops games as well. Just a ton of contact right there when he took the three. So they're looking at this one on the monitor right now on the foul. This should be 3 free throws upcoming. The referees called it a blocking foul at the perimeter. So right now the time is stopped. 17:48 left to play. And Auburn right now just running away with this game. Illinois looking good up over Colgate. Midway through the second half of action, almost 51-33 Illinois. Just stunning how Auburn hasn't been ranked so far this season. Yeah, they've been just taking control of the game against other teams. 7 victories this year for Auburn coming in. All those 7 wins by double digits. And they've had 2 close losses for them. Either way, could have flipped the switch. And those games could have gone in their direction. They could have been undefeated if they could have closed out those games. But a loss in the season opener against number 6 ranked Baylor, 88-82 in a back-to-back, back and forth game. And then Appalachian State, a loss on the road at App State, which has a solid record right now, 9-2 record for App State. The final score is 69-64. So those are the 2 losses this season for Auburn. That's what's preventing them from taking a jump inside the top 25, but they should be coming up next week, because right now controlling this game against USC, which came in ranked in the preseason, and USC losing the 2 teams from the Big West Conference, UC Irvine and then Long Beach State in overtime last Sunday, which Long Beach State also holds a victory over Michigan as well this year. So they're still trying to get this sorted out right now at the moment. So they have a chance to go by 20 at the free throw line for Auburn. Referees still sorting this out on the floor about the foul. Alright, so finally, they have gotten this all straightened out after the previous couple minutes. Looking at this foul call on the monitor, Auburn will head to the free throw line here. 3 shots with Chad Baker Mazzara. Free throw is good. Second free throw. Right down the middle. A chance to put up his team by 20. He'll have a third free throw. Makes all 3. Right down the middle. 55-35 for Auburn. Rolling on their home floor. The referees will walk in USC's direction, so it was issued a technical by Auburn, and now USC will have free throws on their end. Boogie Ellis makes the free throw, so that took a lot to get sorted out. Ellis with a second free throw. That's good. And it will be USC basketball. So that took quite a bit to clarify right there. So finally, we get back to action. USC with it at the left wing perimeter. Boogie Ellis puts the ball into the hands to Collier. Collier, edge of the midcourt logo, lobs it off to Iwachukwu. Now it's Sellers. Outside, working their way around the perimeter. Bronny James, Carly on the bench. Ellis receives the pass from Collier, takes the 3, catch and fire. He drains it. 15-point game. Carly looking to see if they can get themselves on a run right now. Auburn will slow down tempo. Comfortable. 15-point advantage. Running their offense here at the wing. Denver Jones. Now they go to the top. Bounce pass in the middle. Broom floats at the rudder. Connects. Johnny Broom up and through. It is good for 2. Now Broom's got 11 points at the moment. .17:03 remaining here. Baker Mazzara again got fouled. He's got 3 points off the free throw line. So 2 more shots by him. First one missed. A lot of improvement here by Auburn when it comes down to free throws in this game, though. 8 for 11, not bad. That's what bounced them out of the tournament against Houston last year. They really could not save themselves at the free throw line last year. Second shot's good. .17 minutes left. USC with the ball, slowing down tempo. Kobe Johnson. Handoff around the perimeter. Sellers moves it off to his right to Ellis. Now to the top of the key here with Iwachukwu. Iwachukwu working on Broom. Ellis flings it off to Sellers. Takes the jumper. Mid-range. Connects. 16-point game at the moment. 16.5 left to go. Auburn with advantage their way by double digits. Catch and fire. Quarter 3 off the back iron. No good by Baker Mazzara. Big collision. Going up for the loose ball. And now will be an Auburn foul picked up. Boogie Ellis colliding. I believe it was Denver Jones, or it'll be Aiden Holloway, the one who collided right into him. Tough game today by USC. Difficult game when it came down to knocking down their shots. Ellis, runner, connects on it. Okay, 14-point game at the moment. 16 minutes left to go right now. Boogie Ellis starting to get into a rhythm as of late here for Southern Cal. Ellis with 15 points. He's the top scorer. Inside the paint, Broom missed off the back iron. USC collects the defensive rebound. Ellis Up the floor, Ellis, dribble drive downhill, right to the rim, he scores, up and in off the backboard, 12-point game. Things getting really interesting, approaching 15:30 left to go now. Auburn will slow down tempo. USC starting to get on a little bit of a run, they trail by 20. As many at 1 point, Denver Jones off the up fake, takes the three, makes the three from downtown, rips it right to the shoot for the triple. Whenever USC is able to score, Auburn right on back, able to deliver. Big upgrade with the perimeter shooting for the Auburn Tigers this season today. 7 for 15 for the perimeter at 47%. From the outside, right to the rim, Boogie Ellis once again gets the left-hand layup. Ellis, a bucket getter. Right now, as we got 15 minutes remaining. 19 points by Boogie Ellis. Auburn again will slow down tempo. Denver Jones. Holloway, bounce pass, baseline drive, Baker Mazzara, floats up the runner, goes in, plus the foul. And one coming up at the free throw line by Chad Baker Mazzara. As the clock will stop with 14:43 left to go, and the Auburn Tigers having everything go for them their way today on their home floor on this Sunday afternoon. The three-point shot dropping, the interior offense exploding, the interior defense just so tough, as well providing a block fest for Auburn as they lead 63-48. We'll take the timeout on the floor. 14:43 left to go in the second half. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams I cover. I cover basketball action on the channel, both college hoops and NBA games here. Boogie Ellis, 21 points. Needs a ton of help, though. After that, Isaiah Collier had 9, and 7 of those points came in the first 5 minutes of action. Other than that, everybody else really struggling. Kobe Johnson, just 4 points on 2 for 9 shooting. 4 points by Isaiah Sellers on... Well, he's scored 4 points for him today. He's only shot the ball 1 for 2 from the floor. Bronny has scored just 2 today in this game on 1 for 3 so far. For Auburn, though, they've put 3 players in double figures. 10 different scores for Auburn. Aiden Holloway, 3 made threes. He's got 12 points. 12 points by Jalen Williams. 11 by Johnny Broom with 3 blocks. Just a good game in terms of mixing and matching for Auburn. Great inside they've been, but also making their threes as well. 30-20 points in the paint in favor of Auburn. And then the perimeter shot they're finding. 7 for 15 from downtown at just above 46%. Bench points they got going for them in their favor, 20-12. The difference maker being turnovers. 9 turnovers by USC, just 5 by Auburn. Auburn leading that number 11-3 in points scored off of turnovers in this game. Efficient as well. Auburn shooting just under 54% at 22 for 41. And then USC struggling when it comes to their offense. Missing a lot of deep jumpers, settling for a lot of tough shots. USC shooting just below 40% from the floor at the moment. Illinois in a 10-point game against Colgate currently, 58-48. We come back to action, 14:43 left to go in the second half. Auburn at the free throw line will shoot 2 shots coming back from the timeout. Chad Baker Mazzara. Heading to the free throw line. The free throw is good. Check that. He shoots one. He completed a 2-point play previous to that. Both of these teams with 4 personal fouls total in the second half of action. USC has the basketball. Kobe Johnson swings it off to Bronny. Bronny into the game with 2 points scored right now. Bronny lobs it off to the free throw circle. Morgan looks to pass it outside. Lost control of the basketball. Turns it over. Auburn comes out with a steal. Transition out to the corner. KD Johnson dribbles up inside the key. KD elevates. Off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound. Going up on it. And KD gets fouled. So this will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. And that's the 10th turnover now today by USC. KD Johnson will shoot 2 as he drew the personal foul by Joshua Morgan. So Morgan now picks up his 3rd personal. First shot is good by Johnson. Second shot by Johnson. Off the back iron, no good. Bronny collects the defensive rebounds. 2 points. Now his first rebound of the game by Bronny. Boogie Ellis brings it up to Florida. 21 points on 7 for 11 shooting today by Boogie Ellis. Ellis has it at the midcourt logo. Now into the hands to Kobe Johnson. Dribbles up, drives downhill to the rim. Blocked from behind by Cardwell. It's a clean block as well. The basketball goes out of bounds. Last touch by USC. 5th block of the game by the Auburn Tigers. Just a nightmare for USC to score down low in this Auburn defense in this game. 17-point lead. Auburn slowing down tempo once again. Pass midcourt with Donaldson. At the right wing perimeter with KD Johnson. Bounce pass Cardwell. Handoff to Baker Mazzara. Turns the corner inside as he drives and then got blocked out of bounds. Joshua Morgan came up with a deflection. Inbound underneath. Baker Mazzara. Outside Donaldson. Top of the key at Cardwell. Donaldson up fake. Gets past Broddy. Has a step on him at the left corner. Defended now by Kobe Johnson. And Auburn stepped out of bounds in the corner. It's a turnover committed by Trey Donaldson. So 13-15 left to go currently. USC with the ball. Searching for some sort of offense in this game for the Trojans. Bronny makes the pass out to the wing. Ellis took the 3, came up off the rim short. As Auburn collects the defensive rebound outlet behind the pack and gets fouled. Number 44, Dylan Cardwell. Gonna head to the free throw line, shoot 2 upcoming. Great outlet pass right there up the court, full court by Chad Baker Mazzara for Auburn off the quick rebounds. Check that. They're going to say non-shooting foul. It was on the floor. So this will be an inbound coming up underneath for Auburn. Cardwell. Handoff. Number 2 into the game, Jalen Williams. He's got 12. Lob down low. Cardwell behind the defense. Throws it down with a 2-handed flush. 67-48 off the entry pass there by Jalen Williams. Dylan Cardwell. 3 slam dunks. He's got 6 points today. Collier moves it off to Ellis. Ellis rejected at the rim by Cardwell. They get it back. Bronny James underneath going back door. And they will not score a bucket by Bronny, as initially there was a call picked up on the floor before with a foul call. Initially, so this will be a USC inbound underneath. Let's see here. Boogie Ellis try to throw down a poster over Dylan Cardwell, and that is the no-fly zone right there. Get that out of there. Young man Dylan Cardwell rejecting Boogie Ellis. Just Auburn knowing exactly what USC is going to do in this game. USC driving a ton to the hoop, and Auburn is taking away the dribble drive penetration from USC in today's game. When USC has been able to spot up and take jumpers, they've been able to miss multiple times so far today. Inbound to the perimeter, into the hands here of Collier. Collier moves it out to his right over to Kobe Johnson. Johnson at the wing. Dribbles up top of the free throw circle. Collier drives, his pass deflected into the hands of Cardwell, picks it off. Dylan Cardwell doing a little bit of everything so far this game right now. Donaldson spin move, lost the handle, turned it over. It will go back to USC. Energy in the building and is rocking for the Auburn Tigers right now in this game. 7 points off the bench by Chad Baker-Mazara. Dylan Cardwell's got 6 off the bench, alongside 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Looks like Charles Barkley could get in on the action on the ESPN broadcast right now for his Auburn Tigers. What a start to the season they have had. I cannot believe that this team is not ranked. Bronny sends it off to Collier, back into the hands to Bronny, off to Collier. Collier drives downhill, left baseline dribble. Collier back to the quarter. 10 on the shot clock for Collier. Finds Bronny. Bronny retrieves the deflected pass over to Kobe Johnson. And a blocking foul. Lace whistle right there. It's going to be charged to Jalen Williams as Kobe Johnson was attacking baseline to the hoop. Massive victories this season for Auburn. Able to destroy all 7 opponents that they've faced so far in their 7 victories. Only 2 losses came against Baylor and Appalachian States by single digits. So we take the timeout right here. 12-13 left to go. Second half. Auburn looking solid, up by 19. Yeah, so Auburn just outside the top 25. Came into this game at number 29. They've yet to be ranked this season. Picking up some big wins for them this year, though. Crushed Indiana 8 days ago. 104-76, which Indiana played Kansas, the number 2 team ranked in the nation, very tight yesterday. Kansas won 75-71 over Indiana. A 17-point win against Virginia Tech. And then a 24-point win against Notre Dame, which Notre Dame has been struggling this year. But, man, just looking solid for Auburn this year. Hey, what's good? Bot Magna on the channel. Welcome in. Yeah, SEC once again stacked this season. Just outside Boogie Ellis, USC just hasn't been able to get another go-to score today in this game. 21 points by Boogie Ellis. For Auburn, they're just so deep. 12 points by Holloway, 12 points by Jalen Williams, 11 by Broome. And then we see some excellent play off the bench as well by Chad Baker-Mazara with 7, Dylan Cardwell with 3 slam dunks with 6. Just the energy guy out there on the floor for Dylan Cardwell today. That's now 6 blocks for Auburn in this game. 2 of those blocks by Cardwell, 3 by Broome, and then 1 by Moore. Yeah, this bench is just dominant. How many options they have for Auburn coming down from their bench. Deep, deep team. 24 points coming from the bench by Auburn so far in this game. Now, that's what you want to have if you want to make a deep run this year. You got to have multiple options. They got it for the squad this season. Like, statistically, they're much better than a lot of areas from last year. Much better team in terms of taking care of the basketball. Much better from three-point shooting. Today, they're shooting the ball 7 for 15 from the perimeter, just under 47% from the outside. Efficient, too, at 52% from the floor. Like, this Auburn team, they were just key defensively last year. And now this year they have much more balance too, and putting up points on the board. They scored above 100 against Indiana. I mean, the balance is there for the squad this season. Here we go, about to get ready to go back to action. Free throws at the line as we're down to 11:48 left to go in this game. USC will shoot 2 with Kobe Johnson at the free throw line. First one's good. Second one's good. 17-point lead currently for the Tigers. Dylan Cardwell on the floor with Trey Donaldson, KD Johnson, Jalen Williams, and Lear Berman. That's the 5 currently on the floor at the moment. Boogie Ellis there on the floor alongside Kobe Johnson, Isaiah Collier. Here's a drive downhill to the rim. Lear Berman scores right past Harrison Hordery on the layup. So 19-point advantage here for Auburn. The 5th player on the floor is number 33, Kajani Wright for USC. And he missed from point-blank range off the turnaround underneath. Bruce Pearl unhappy about the call there. The clock stops with 11:04 left to go. This game started to get really choppy as of late. DJ Rodman checks onto the floor currently for USC. Auburn has the basketball back, 11 minutes remaining. Donaldson. Handoff Berman. Bounce pass underneath Cardwell. He goes backdoor, soars up, and scores the dunk. Oh, what a beauty right there. Double clutch. Around the defender, dunking it through for Dylan Cardwell. Largest lead in the game. It's a 21-point lead for the Tigers, rocking on their whole floor. USC in deep, deep trouble, about to drop to 500 this season. A lot of dribbling by Kobe Johnson. Bounce pass underneath, and a basket scored by Kajani Wright. Inside the low post, that should be 71. 71-52. The score, check that. Accidentally typed in the 4. Lear Berman at the wing. They'll try a skip pass over to the left wing. KD Johnson halfway down with a 3, no good. Cardwell offensive rebound. Cardwell underneath, no good. And going up in a motion, though, we got fouled. This will be 2 free throws coming up at the line right now. 10:03 remaining. Oh, wow. So, former Indiana coach Tom Allen going to join Penn State, looks like, for defensive coordinator. First shot is good by Dylan Cardwell at the free throw line. Second shot. That one's right down the middle. 21-point advantage once again. Cardwell, major impact on this game. 10 points. Perfect 4 for 4 shooting alongside 2 blocks tonight. Ten minutes left to go. USC back with the basketball. Boogie Ellis just holding it at the moment. No sense of urgency offensively here. Down by 21. Gotta go. They gotta go if you're USC. Ellis attacks, drives. Blocked again by Johnny Broom. Not clean though. Rolled by the referees. There'll be 2 shots upcoming at the free throw line by Boogie Ellis. That would have been block number 7 if the referees hadn't called a blocking foul right there. So Boogie Ellis hitting his season average, scoring 21 today. Will shoot 2 shots at the free throw line, and the first one no good. Skipped around the rim and out. This is really concerning for USC that it's just basically Boogie Ellis who's making an impact offensively in this game. Other than that, Collier's got 9. Everybody else is below 9 right now. 6 points or fewer. They just don't have any elite scoring options to go to by. For USC in this matchup, currently Auburn's able to spread out the points along multiple players, and it's good off the leader inside, plus the foul. Trey Donaldson, 1 free throw upcoming at the line as he got the and 1. It's a 22-point lead for Auburn. These are some strong baskets here. Really, really strong baskets here for Auburn. Clinic they're putting right now. I think they're putting the nation on notice too. This team should be ranked tomorrow afternoon. Just outside the top 25 this weekend, number 29. Coming into Monday, they should be back inside the top 25. Timeout on the floor. 75-53 to score. 1 free throw coming up after the timeout by Trey Donaldson for the Auburn Tigers. They are on a 22-point lead right now against USC. Oof. Yeah, that didn't take too long for the 17 to go to 24 right there. Yeah, thanks so much for the update, Jeffrey. Yeah, that's the biggest blowout right now out of any NFL game at the moment. Bucks lead the Packers 20-10. Oh, Dolphins and Jets. My mistake right there. Dolphins and Jets as I read the scores right now. 24-0 Dolphins leading the Jets currently. Just such a deep team today for Auburn. 4 of the 5 starters have scored. 10 different scores in this game right now for the Tigers. They've got 4 guys in double figures as well. 12 points each by Jalen Williams and Aiden Holloway, 11 by Johnny Broome, and then 10 points by Dylan Cardwell. Their front court's been excellent today between Cardwell and Broome, and Jalen Williams as well. You have like 3 really strong players in the front courts. And then the guards too. A Holloway, an excellent guard on the team. He's got 6 assists, leading the way with 0 turnovers. Trey Donaldson coming off the bench. He's got 4 assists with 0 turnovers. 15-7 right now is the assist to turnover number in favor of Auburn. And then USC 7 assists to 11 turnovers. I mean, that's a big difference right there between the 2 backcourts with each other in the game. $9:38 left to go. We'll have free throws coming up as well, coming out of the timeouts. So here we go. Trey Donaldson at the free throw line, shooting 1 for Auburn as he made the bucket right before the timeout. The free throw is good. The and 1 goes down. 76-53 Auburn. Boogie Ellis crosses midcourt with the basketball for USC. At the top of the key into the hands to Vincent Iwachukwu. Over to Isaiah Collier. Collier, bounce pass over to Kajani right around the perimeter. Ellis has it now, dribbles towards his right. Swings it out, right corner. Catch and fire three. USC delivers. Isaiah Sellers knocks down the triple. Really needed those shots to fall today. For the Trojans, they just got it with above 9 minutes left to play. Now 5 for 15 from the outside for USC. Isaiah Sellers up to 7 points. Johnny Broom receives the pass, dribbles up to the mid-block. Broom thinking about a turnaround. Broom off the pivot, missed off the back rim, no good. A rebound controlled by Iwachukwu for USC. Collier driving downhill to the rim. Collier scores up and in off the backboard. It's good on the layup plus the foul as well. He'll shoot one. Isaiah Collier, strong drive downhill to get to the rim with a head full of steam right there. He's got that in his bag, just so athletic. One shot by Collier. The free throw skipped in. So now 17-point game. Tigers with possession, crossing midcourt with Trey Donaldson. Donaldson coming off a team-high 15 points in the victory over UNC Asheville on Wednesday. Attacking downhill to the rim, off the glass, a little bit too strong by Chaney Johnson as he missed it, and USC out of the pack came up with a rebound, off to the trail. Collier slicing it right to the hoop, missed the layup, tipped in though, with a little bit of help right there, tapping for two, good by USC. Cutting it down to 15, just above 8 minutes left. Donaldson swings it out, right corner, catch and fire, three off the mark, no good, missed by Chris Moore as USC collects the defensive rebound. USC looking to push it right now. And the Trojans stripped, they lost control of basketball. Here's some serious numbers on the advantage, 4-on-1 up the floor, easy layup. It is made by KD Johnson in transition for Auburn. Back to a 17-point lead. USC struggling with turnovers throughout the entire course of this game. They just committed their 12th turnover a moment ago. Around the perimeter, Collier. Loose ball, got it back. Collier attacks inside the paint. Collier underneath, swings it off to the wing. Isaiah Sellers, jumper, 15-footer, straight away, connects. 78-63 right now whenever USC has responded. Auburn responding right back with a big bucket themselves. The Tigers slow down the basketball. Chaney Johnson puts the ball to the hands to KD Johnson. KD at the top of the key, takes the three straight away. Off the front rim, no good. Offensive rebound control by Broom to keep the possession alive. Trey Donaldson will slow down tempo with a new shot clock. Under 7 minutes left to go. Trey has it. Edge the midcourt logo at Auburn's arena. Trey at the elbow, moves on top to Broom, the big fella. Up fake, takes the three. Off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebounds. And over the back foul picked up by Iwachukwu as the clock will stop. 6:43 remaining. Everything going Auburn's way today. We're going to take a timeout on the floor. 6:43 left to go in this one. 15-point Auburn lead. Alright, if you guys are new to the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. I cover a quick update, Illinois taking on Colgate in their game. That's gone final. Illinois wins 74-57 against Colgate. Just excellent game today, played by Auburn all around as a team today in this matchup. "35-21 bench points in favor of Auburn currently. They lead points in the paint 40-26 in this matchup. And also the turnover's been a major issue for USC. 12 turnovers for USC compared to 7 by Auburn. And Auburn leads those fast break points 12-8 points off turnovers. They lead 14-5. So 78-63 as we come back from the timeout right now. Auburn just dominant in this game. Started off back and forth through the first 5 minutes of action, and Auburn just completely took it away from USC in this game today. 4 players right now in double figures. Boogie Ellis leads the way for USC with 22 at the moment, surpassing his season average. It's been long, lengthy foul calls today in this game. They're determining this one here as well. Yeah, Collier trying to come up with a rebound, got pushed down by an Auburn player. So referees have sorted out this foul call. Free throws upcoming at the free throw line here for Auburn with number 5, Chris Moore. The free throw is good. That's been one of their specialties today, knocking down a majority of their free throws in this game, now up to 18 for 23 at the free throw line for Auburn. Second free throw is good. And now they'll head in USC's direction and do free throws with Isaiah Collier. So 2 free throws here at the line for USC. First one's good. Second shot by USC at the line and bounced off. Missed by Collier. He's got double digits now on the board, though, for Isaiah Collier today. He's got 13 points at the moment. So Collier checks out of the game. USC has the basketball. Boogie Ellis brings it up the floor. Bronny James currently on the bench at the moment. Kobe Johnson has it. Johnson at the top of the key. He's on the floor with Isaiah Sellers, Boogie Ellis, Vincent Iwachukwu, and Kajani Wright. A 3 taken at the left wing, missed off the mark by Kobe Johnson. Offensive rebound USC. Sellers dribbles up to the elbow, takes the jumper, connects. 80-66 right now as Isaiah Sellers having a pretty good game himself coming off the bench. He's got 9. Auburn with possession. Holloway on top off the broom. Into the hands to Denver Jones. Floats up a tough shot off the back of no good. And the 18-footer rebound collected out of the pack by Boogie Ellis. Loose ball at the midcourt logo. Who's going to get it? Ellis stole the hardwood. We get a tie-up. Auburn fans looking for a travel right there. But this will be possession arrow going over to Auburn. Tigers get the inbound. 5:45 left remaining. Chris Moore attacks inside the paint, floated it up, no good. Second chance. He draws the blocking foul. So 2 free throws at the line now for Chris Moore. 5:34 left to go. First free throw off the back rim missed. Second shot's good. USC with possession right now. They'll take the deep 2 jumper around and out, missed by Ellis. Ellis, a one-man show today with 22 total points, the top scorer currently in the game. Auburn will slow down tempo here with the basketball. Aiden Holloway off to Johnny Broom. Broom, hand off to Holloway. Holloway at the elbow. Outside his pass deflected into the backcourt. Chris Moore able to pick it up, though. Down to 5 minutes left to go. Bounce pass. Broom with some space, takes the dribble, shovels it over to his teammate, going up, missed the shot, and USC comes down with a defensive rebound. Ellis, quick up the floor, off to his teammate with a trailer. Sellers, back off to Ellis, drives downhill, moves it off to the baseline, underneath, blocked by Broom underneath, and it will go out of bounds. 4:42 left to go. Big impact today by Johnny Broom as he substitutes out of the game right now. Johnny Broom, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 blocks. They've recorded 7 blocks so far today as a team for the Auburn Tigers, and looking to get back into the top 25 for the first time this season tomorrow afternoon. The pass, dangerous, down the far side. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Trojans. Another turnover for USC. Just hasn't been their day today, making the trek all the way across the country from California to Alabama for this matchup. Auburn with the ball. Cardwell into the game. Hook shot inside a key. Rattles it. It is good. Up and through. 4-2 for the Tigers with Jalen Williams. Everything clicking for Auburn in this game. Balance between the perimeter and the interior. Jalen Williams up to 14 today. Sellers hands it off to Kobe Johnson. Moves it back out to Sellers at the left corner. Sellers defended around the perimeter. Takes the three out the wing. Off the back rim too long. Offensive rebound controlled by USC. The shot floated up. Missed off the mark. Tipped in though by Vincent Iwachukwu. Off the miss by Kajani Wright. Hey, what's good, Daniel? Welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for joining in. Under 4 minutes left to go. Off the glass, missed too strong by Auburn. Pinwheels around the defense. USC collects the defensive board with Wright. USC looking for urgency. Down by 15 with around 3.5 minutes left. Dribbling all around, all over the place there by Boogie Ellis. Outside finds Johnson. Johnson, 1-on-1 as he drives baseline. Spin move inside, and Johnson gets tied up. This will stay possession arrow USC. Raising the roof in this game today for the Auburn Tigers. Dylan Cardwell, outstanding. Off the bench, 10 points. 2 blocks, multiple slam dunks. Block City with Johnny Broom, 11 points, 4 blocks for him. Jalen Williams, the top scorer with 14, 12 points made by Aiden Holloway with 6 assists to 0 turnovers. The top 2 playmakers combining for 11 assists to just 1 turnover in this game for Auburn. Trey Donaldson, he's got 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 turnover today. Just an all-around clinic for the Auburn Tigers. Balance on both sides of the court. 18 points, 18 assists to 7 turnovers for assists to turnovers in this game for Auburn. USC really struggling in the turnover department. Just 8 total assists to 14 turnovers in this game today for USC. So we're down to 3:18 left to go. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in, being a part here on the stream. Tuesday night is my next stream. I plan on covering between the Memphis Grizzlies and the New Orleans Pelicans for the NBA. I'm going to see how this week goes for streaming for college basketball games. I have a couple other college hoop streams I plan on covering later this week between North Carolina and Oklahoma on Wednesday night, and then Louisville versus Kentucky on Thursday. In terms of like future college basketball live streams for regular season, I'm not sure entirely like how many I'll do throughout the regular season this year, because people keep on getting away with live streaming the actual games, even though it's copyright. So it's very tough for my channel to be discovered whenever I cover college basketball games, because people keep on illegally streaming the games, which is unfortunate because I put all this work in to prepare for these games, to get down the players' names and how the season's gone for both of these teams, and people just illegally stream the game and have a ton of viewers for it. So in the future, I'm not sure entirely how many I'll do for the regular season for college. Until we get to the tournament, probably I'll be able to do much more during the tournament, because they finally crack down on that stuff during the tournament. Whereas if you have like an illegal stream during the tournament that somebody's showing the actual game, that's up there for like 5 minutes and gets taken down. So 83-68 right now as we come back to action. Inbound in the corner, deflected, and USC turns over to inbound as we come back to action. 3:15 left to go as the things just keep on getting worse for USC. They commit the reach and follow past midcourt. And Auburn's in the bonus too. Isaiah Collier, the guilty party who reached in, and he has just fouled out right now. Just going to update these bonuses for you guys. So Auburn right now is in the double bonus. USC is in the bonus. First one's good at the line. That's Denver Jones who sinks the free throw. Second shot by Jones is good. Bronny James now into the game, playing the last couple minutes here of action. Boogie Ellis has it now with the Auburn logo. Defense really cracked under pressure in this matchup today for USC as Auburn found their groove inside and outside. Ellis, deep range three, no good off the mark, off the fingertips of number 22, Arrington Page, who had a great chance to put it back up and in. Couldn't secure the rebound, though. And Auburn will slow down tempo. 2:40 left to go. Holloway has it now, edge of the midcourt logo, working up Bronny James, top of the key. Pass it out to the right wing. Baker Mazzara off to his teammates. And that is Cardwell going up. Missed the first one. Got the second one back by Cardwell. Will they count it? They will not on the putback, but he did get fouled on the first one. Yeah, he tried to posterize Vincent Iwuchukwu. Iwuchukwu picks up the personal foul. So 2 free throws here at the line by Dylan Cardwell. First one's good. Second free throw off the mark, no good. Bronny collects the defensive rebound. Bronny James with possession right now. 2 points for him. He drives, lost it, but he did get fouled. So this will be free throws here at the line for Bronny. Yeah, they got a lot of West Coast games upcoming. Double bonus, so this will be 2 now at the free throw line for Bronny James. Two shots here by Bronny. First one bounces in. 3 points now today by Bronny James. 1 for 3 shooting, 0 for 2 from the perimeter. 2 rebounds. Second shot by Bronny, missed off the mark. Approaching the 2-minute mark left to go. Auburn with possession and a dominant game here by the Tigers. Bounce pass over to a cutter, backdoor, and a blocking foul. This will be 2 shots coming up at the free throw line right now. 1:57 left to play. Denver Jones will shoot 2 at the free throw line. 86, an offensive clinic. In this matchup for the Auburn Tigers, they exploded for 104 against Indiana 8 days ago. Indiana took Kansas down to the wire, and the concern here for Denver Jones, he actually got poked in the eye from behind. Ooh, yeah, he took a big arm to the face there. Vincent Iwuchukwu, massive arm slapping down in the face of Denver Jones, and Jones bleeding on the floor as we see a Gatorade towel suffocated in blood right now. And Iwachuku, that's his final foul, has fouled out. So him and Collier have both fouled out of the game right now. Just frustrating game here for USC in a track meet against Auburn. And Auburn, everything going their way today in this game. Inside and from the perimeter. 5 guys in double figures. 14 points by Jalen Williams, 12 points by Aiden Holloway, including a buzzer beater, 3 to go into halftime. 11 points by Johnny Broom, 10 points by Denver Jones, 11 from the bench by Dylan Cardwell. They've got balance between guard play and front court play on this team. 18 assists, 9 steals, just 7 turnovers, 7 total blocks by Auburn. USC struggled, keeping the basketball out in front. 8 assists to 15 turnovers, and 22 points by Boogie Ellis. Isaiah Collier with 13 points. Both of them combined for 8 total turnovers. That was more than the entire Auburn team total. 2 shots here at the free throw line by Denver Jones. First one's good. Great guard play today by Auburn. Take a look at their guards in this matchup here. Aiden Holloway, perfect right now. 6 assists to 0 turnovers. And then off the bench, 5 assists to just 1 turnover by Trey Donaldson. Second free throw, it's good. 19-point advantage. The final 2 minutes of action here in Auburn, Alabama. Auburn, 35 games they played since the 2021-22 season at home. They've won 33 of those coming into this matchup as USC drives, absorbs the contact, and gets fouled. So this will be 2 free throws for the Trojans here with 1:46 left. So Bronny James heads to the free throw line. Both of them are good. Five points now for Bronny. Final minute and a half of action remaining. Auburn no good down low. USC with the basketball out in transition. Bronny hanging on the rim as he got stripped of the basketball right there. Turns it over, goes back to Auburn. Thought he was going to score the fast break transition play, but couldn't. Aiden Holloway, excellent game by him today. Auburn, tremendous as a team in this matchup. Looking for 90 on the scoreboard. Holloway controlling tempo. Swings it on top. Cardwell tries a 3. Off the back of no good. Tipped up and the rebound secured by USC. Here goes Ellis up the floor. Bounce pass over to the trail. Dunks it down with Oziah Sellers with a 2-handed jam. Timeout on the floor taken by USC. 52 seconds left to go. Things clicking today for the Auburn Tigers. 36-24 bench points in favor of Auburn. Actually going to update this right now. Might even be larger right here. 36-28 bench points in favor of Auburn. The key in this game, though, limiting the turnovers. Just 8 total turnovers by Auburn, 15 by USC. And Auburn leading points off turnovers today, 19-5 in this matchup. Points in the paint in the favor of the Tigers, 42-30. 7 total blocks by Auburn. Bronny James, 13 minutes played, 5 points. 1 for 4 from the floor. He's made 3 free throws out of 4 attempts at the free throw line. Final 50 seconds left to go of action. Auburn gets the inbound, and Auburn will improve to 4-0 this season, and we shall see them in the top 25 for the first time this season on Monday. I don't know how in the world this team was not ranked to start off the first 6 weeks of this season. On the wing of the perimeter, Auburn with the basketball down to 30 seconds left to go. Deep range 3, got it! Bullseye right down the middle. That's how they reached the 90-plus mark today. From downtown, it is made by Aiden Holloway. Excellent game today by Aiden Holloway, up to 15 points, the top scorer for the Tigers. Missed shot at the rim, no good. Poked in, though, by USC. The whole crowd comes up to on its feet here for the Auburn Tigers as they improve to 4-0 in their whole floor. 8-2 this season for Auburn. USC drops to 500 this season as we go final. Final score 91-75 Auburn. 51 consecutive home non-conference victories. That's the second longest active winning streak in Division I, right behind Gonzaga with 58 for non-conference home game winning streaks. This game goes final. The Auburn Tigers 34-2 since the 2020-21 season in home games for Auburn as they win another game by double digits, and all 8 victories this season have been by double digits for Auburn. They win 91-75 the final score. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in, being a part of the stream. Before I do sign off, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. I'm going to wrap up to the channel members here before I do sign off for this one. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. And welcome back to the membership once again. We got Robin back to the membership once again. Here's the channel members. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Bradley, Sister Surround, TMC, Brayden, Mario, Bino, Mark, John, Kenneth, Tristan, Jess, Ahino, Josa, Vegas, SG Sports Talk, Derek, Ice Ice Baby, Michael Ward, I Am Goes, Kelly, Asia, Laszlo, Joe, Roderick, Reynaldo, Didi, Katie, Barco, Chuck, Siegel, Woo Pig, Ian, Oink Oink, Emmanuel, Robin, and Dave. Thanks so much all for joining in and being a part in the stream today as Auburn wins on their home floor 91-75 against USC in college basketball action. Thanks everybody, and enjoy the rest of their Sunday afternoon.